So, I completed Ghost of Yotei. Finally done. Now I can safely say I can answer those questions. I know what you're thinking straight away. Is this game woke? Is it what they're saying it is? And short answer is, I don't think it's that woke. I didn't see anything too woke. As much as like other games have been for the last 10 years, I think that this is pretty average to me. There's not much difference. Like there's been woke stuff in games since we've started them. So it's just there was a lot of hate on it. Like a lot of people saying not to buy this, don't get this game. It was actually crazy. If you go have a look, like on YouTube, it was actually crazy.
Ghost of Tsushima was a really cool video game, but I'm still not interested.
I'm gonna go through it now, and I'm gonna put some clips together of like me playing through the game and just go through and tell you what I thought of the story. I'm gonna give it a rating at the end and just try and answer as much questions as I can. And there will be spoilers in this if you haven't played the game, but a lot of people gave spoilers anyway. So I'm a person who has finished this game. Here's my full review of Ghost of Yotei.
It's not an enemy.
Will you be long?
Hard to say. I'm not done training yet.
You should give that arm a rest.
Rest? With fire-spitting demons roaming Ishikari. If I don't get stronger, I'll end up as kindling.
Yeah, so the game performed great. There was no glitches on launch. It was all good. There was nothing wrong with the game. I do believe the first one was exactly the same. There was no problems with that as well. I feel like Sucker Punch did very well with the combat once again. I think they're the top with samurai games, the sword games, man. Especially the way you can jump between enemies and switch between weapons, especially in this one. The last one, I think you were switching just between stances. This one, you're switching between 5 weapons. So you got the big Adachi, you got the Karui Kusawa, I don't know how to pronounce any of these weapons, I forget. You got the big long stick, you got the dual katanas, and you got the katana. You got you got 2 types of arrows, the long arrow and the short bow, and then you also got 2 guns now. You got a quick fire gun that gets about 3 bullets, I think, and then you got a bigger gun that has like 8 bullets. That gun I couldn't use that gun. But I would say performance-wise, this game is probably the best this year. Like out of action-wise, when you're fighting people, response time, all that, I think this game is definitely the best this year. I would say the graphics are an upgrade from Ghost of Tsushima. They're definitely going up. Not too much, but not too much. I'm not going to say, because you can also play the the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima. I feel like that shit's pretty cool still. That shit still holds up. I don't think this game I would replay. That's another thing. I just don't think I would replay it. I don't know, maybe I'm just over story in that. Maybe I'm just over it all. Moving on. Yeah, I think that the story, it's a lot of trauma dumping. I guess it starts off as Atsu, you're in you're just walking around as Atsu, I'm pretty sure, and you go into a bar and you kill the snake, and that's the first person. You draw down the yotei 6 and you find out the snake is right there, so that's the first opening scene. You kill one of the bosses, one of the yotei 6, so easy, right? You kill the first boss in the matter of the opening cutscene. Then you go to your childhood home and you relive your memories and you see the traumatic beginnings of Atsu and this story, which to me, I just wasn't as interested as Ghost of Tsushima's story. I don't know who this was made for. It wasn't made for me, I'll tell you that. But yeah, a lot of trauma dumping in this, as you can see here. Like, they basically just want to shove all this trauma and all this bad shit that's happened to Atsu in your brain. Her family got killed by the Saito 6, and the Saito, I still don't understand his motive for killing the family. I don't understand why it was so important, and it was, end up being his fate. Atsu coming back as the ghost, you eventually kill Saito, but not at meeting your brother. You find your long lost brother who you thought got killed. Even at the start, it alludes to them killing Atsu as well. They letting a fire go up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she gets lit on fire while she's, tied to a tree, but then you find out she got cut. It's some weird. They try to make it deep. It just didn't fit well. I don't think it fit well, but the combat was good, so I kept playing. Every boss and the bosses did have good backstories. I'll give that to Sucker Punch as well. The bosses had a lot better backstories than the last one, I would say. There is 6 of them, and they all definitely had a big backstory, and they all were tied to different areas on the map, which had different seasons. So one is in the snow, where it gets cold, and you lose a bit of health bar. And that's another thing with the health bars and the hot springs. I found that they're useless if you're playing on something like hard. You might as well just not have any charms or anything on. It's going to be the same experience, because the things that adds on, you're two-shot anyway. Like, the boss is going to two-shot you anyway. You're going to have the same luck with a big health bar, small health bar, all these different charms. You're going to have the same luck. You make the same mistake and they're still going to kill you. So that's where I found the game to be a bit unbalanced with the boss fights. I feel like every other enemy in the game, from ratting in and doing the camps and taking over all the areas, I do believe those enemies were the funnest, and there was very smooth combat going through, assassinating and picking up weapons off the ground. That feature was so good. It made the game flow so much more, especially in combat. Especially, we kill them basically every time, one shot. So, and the stronger you get, the better you get, the better the game gets too. You basically have all the weapons that you get in the game by the third or fourth boss. So you only got 1 or 2 more bosses with the full weapon sort. But yeah, the game was definitely fun until a point, but then it did drag on. There was a bit here with Jin, where you find a little letter and it's a little tie into Jin, but other than that, there was nothing else that tied into Ghost of Tsushima. I think they wanted to stay away from it, which is good, but I just don't know where this is going for Sucker Punch at all. I don't. And the fires, oh my fucking god. Every person that you interact with at one point is gonna make Atsu make a fire for him. They're gonna say, yeah, can you make the fire? And then you have to go to a camp, and it's the worst thing ever. Like, you don't... It's like, why are we doing fires? And why is Atsu the only person that can fucking do fires in the whole fucking Ezo? The whole fucking town, Atsu's the only person who can make fucking fires. And prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Watch how much fires you fucking make in this game. Then just every time someone sits down, oh, can you make a fire for us? Someone's hurt, you find them on the side of the road, can you make a fire for him? Yeah. I feel like asking, do you know how to make fucking fires? That thing pissed me off, man. There was another mission where you have to go find a bear, and you have to get the bear cub back to the village, and then they raise the bear cub and then they eat it or some shit. That's what I found out. But that mission took me fucking 2 hours to get some shitty ass clothes that I didn't even want those clothes. I didn't want them fucking clothes. The combat was so good. It was very weird when you would do those cutscenes that, you know, you're picking flowers or something. I hate picking flowers on games. I really do. I don't want to fucking buy a game to pick flowers. Who the fuck is that for? Who the fuck is that for? Yeah, like, but besides that, this game definitely got a lot of hate that I do think was unwarranted. I do think the game is way better than they're saying. It is definitely playable. There is not full lesbian woke scene shit that everyone's claiming happens in the game. I do believe that's a bit over exaggerated, especially with the ending. I thought the ending was going to be heaps bad and heaps woke. I got to it and I was just like, oh, was that it? But you should know, like, the game came out, these guys somehow they went on their fucking internet and looked up the ending and then quickly went on YouTube and tried to spread it. Like, it took me this long to fucking finish the game. If they actually played it, they would not be saying the shit that they did. So if you, I don't know. I just like to think for myself a little bit when these situations comes. I like to look from the out, like on top, you know what I mean? And I did with this, and I think I made the right choice because the game definitely gave me a lot of hours. I'm pretty sure I pumped over 40 into it. and I just finished the main story. There is a couple bosses that I will go finish another time, but for replay value, I'm not going to replay this one. So I wouldn't say it's that good on that level. But yeah, so combat, perfect. I'll give that, you know, I'll give that a 9 out of 10. I'll give the combat a 9 out of 10, like, for sure. I really do hate the fires, and then you do some little cooking things, some little activities, but also with the hot springs and the bosses as well not being so balanced. I think the balancing was a bit screwed with the bosses, where you just tear your... I think I'm going bold. I think I'm going bold from the bosses, and yeah, and all I had to do was just turn it down a little bit. But I didn't want to. If I did, then I would have to enjoy the cutscenes, and I didn't enjoy the cutscenes. I would have to watch heaps more cutscenes way quicker. It went 40 minutes without a cutscene when I was fighting a boss that took me, you know, 2 days to finish. It was so much better than that. But yeah, beyond that, a lot of hours. I think that if they do decide to make another one, Sucker Punch, they should cut down the fucking hours of these hot springs, and you shouldn't fuck the fox dens and the wolf as well. That's another thing. The wolf really pissed me off. I don't think they should have added the wolf. The wolf was useless to me. You do all these wolf dens. I think I did like 50 of them, and then they're like, oh, you got to do another, you know, 20, and then you get your next upgrade for the wolf. It's like the good upgrade for the wolf, and I'm like, bullshit. The wolf was heaps upgraded, and it barely come for me, man. It would be on once in a blue moon. Like, after I would die 60 times to a boss, and then it would come out when I'm not focused, and then it would fucking die, and then I would never see it again for the rest of the day or the next couple of days, you know. So fuck that system. They did try add something new with the wolf, but I don't think it did much to the game, or it does much to the gameplay or story at all. Atsu's just not interesting enough to really care about her and the wolf. Yeah, they say you're with a Yoki. Yoki was like a kitsune when you were a kid and let you go. So it would be weird if Atsu did have a love relationship with the, I don't know, the age difference and the, yeah, I don't know. It's just anyway. This game was interesting game. Yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. I would give it, like, probably out of 100. I would give this, I would say a 74. I would say a 74, just because I do think the combat is like a 9 out of 10. I think the graphics is like 8.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? I would say the story is like it's got to be like a 5.5 for me. That shit was boring, and maybe I'm just over stories, especially when you make me play 44 hours just to hear some bullshit. But yeah, at the end of the day, I did enjoy the game much more than I thought I would. So yeah, I'm gonna give this game a 74 out of 100. That's Smokey's review. Anyway, if you want to see more reviews, you know, like and subscribe. I'll be doing more reviews of games. You know, I am playing older games, newer games, but I'll be trying to get the new games and trying to pump them out and trying to give you an honest review, especially on ones that get a lot of hate like this. If you want to see, and I just wanted to definitely get it, and it's definitely not what they said. So this one worked out. Enjoy, like and subscribe. Smokey here. This is Smokey's reviews. Let me know how I should do these things, if I should do them, how I should go about it, what you liked, what you didn't. Anyway, see you later.